Hello, welcome back. So let's start with our session.
This is Abhinav Johri from QA Guides. Let's start with our hybrid framework. So as we were discussing here, we will have the concept of hash table. Okay, tomorrow's values can increase and decrease. So I have already explained the concept of hash table in my previous module. Let me revise you all. So I am creating a new class for hash table. It is a very small concept. Let's work on it. So I am creating a new class. I am creating a new program here. Finish. So for hash table, we need to create the object of hash table. Okay, like this. Fine. And we need to import the hash table. Always import java.util. Okay, now we have created a hash table object is table. See what we do. We put key and its value here. Put. So see here we have a key and we can put its value. Let me put the data. This is the way how I can put the values table dot put. If I want to get the value, see this is name is the key and its value is selenium. Here place is the key and the value is Germany. So now I want to get its value. I can do table dot get and the key whose value I want name. Okay, save it. Now let me run it. See, we got the final value as selenium. This is how we can work on hash table. Okay. So now what we have to do, we have to create a data table. Okay. And we will have 5 columns and 3 rows. Okay. So tomorrow there can be a changes. There could be 6 rows or 7 columns. So we have to make the things dynamically. That's why we are using hash table. So what I will do here, I will create a two-dimensional array. Sorry for background noise. Okay. It will have 3 rows. Fine. It will have 3 rows. But the column will remain only one. So we will have 3 rows, but the column will be one. And in every column, we will have another box, and this box will be a hash table. So in every row, we are going to have a hash table. Fine. And the hash table is like a bag. So now what will happen? See, our first row will go here. Be with me. Our first row will go here. Run whose run mode is yes. Okay. Whose browser is Mozilla. Okay. Second, username U1, password P1, and login success. Username U1, password P1, and expected result will will come here. And next data will be this row. Next row will have this row. Okay, we will have one column and it will have a hash table, and each hash table will have a one row of data. Okay, are you getting? So what we will have in our second run mode? No. Okay, comma, browser, Chrome. Okay, username u2 password, p2, and expected result will be login failure. So are you getting the things? Okay, so tomorrow if there can be any number of columns, it doesn't matter. Okay, we just need to put the data in our hash table that is in every row. So now we don't need these as five. We need this just one column. Okay, let me make the logic. I am making a logic for it in a new class. That's name is temp. Just be with me. It will have the main function. It's just a different thing. It's an outline. Okay, let us develop our logic. Let's start the logic to read the data from Excel file. Okay, suppose I want to read the data of test B. Okay, so I declared a variable string test name, test. Okay, I can change this value. So now whatever logic I am writing, that is for a particular test. Okay, if you change the test name, it will work on another test. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to find the total row number in the test case, and after that we need to find the total number of columns in the test case. Let's create the object of work.xls and give the path of your XLS file. Okay, so here is the path and here it is. Now we need to go and find the total number of row counts. Let's go and find the total number of row counts. So what I have to do, we need, this is our test case. We need to find this test case where it is in this, what is its row number, and then we have to get its total columns. Okay, let's write the logic to iterate over the first column. Int test start row num is equal to column. So we are assuming we have to start from row number 1. Okay, then start the while loop. Get cell data. What is our sheet number? From our sheet is data. Sheet is data. Okay, and keep it in double quotes. Column will be 0 and row is this. Okay, I will get the data dot, if this data is equals to what, it is equals to our test name Okay, if it is equals, okay, so now we have to iterate it. Okay, if it is not equals, if it is not equal, then I have to put here not equals. If this is not equals, then I have to iterate. For iteration, I will be what I will doing, I will be putting this plus plus. Okay, so see, if on data sheet from 0th column to first row we will be start iterating. If the content which we get, what is this, this is only equals. If the string we get is equal to test name, what is our test name, test b, then it will increase the row. So slowly it will come here. Okay, getting the things. Fine. And at the end what we can do, we can write the row number of test is test start row number. Let me run this program. There could be issue, there might not be issue, I have to test it. I made it in front of you. Okay, so that row number of the test is 7. Let's see. Okay, you can see the test b is 7. If I say I give now test c, okay, save it and now run it. It is showing me 12. So it is perfectly fine. Okay, we got from where our test is starting. Okay, now our task is to find the total number of columns in that test. Okay, let's start. If you go here, what you see, data is starting plus 2 and column is starting plus 1. Column is starting plus 1 and data is starting from plus 2. So my column will start from, I am storing where our test is starting plus 1. Getting the things? Oh, why it is showing me? Oh, sorry, it will be int. Sorry. Okay, fine. So now next is we got the column. Okay, column is starting from here. Okay, now we have to go there and iterate till we get a blank column. We will iterate till we get a blank column. So let's start the logic. So let's write the logic to find total number of columns. So I am taking a variable int total call is equal to 0. I am taking its value as 0. I am getting putting a while loop xls dot get cell data. I will get the cell data. Our sheet is data. Okay, I am going to column number. I have to start with total columns, that is 0. Okay, first time it will be 0. Okay, then total row counts will be column start row count. Okay, fine. We have to start from here, here. Okay, so currently test b plus 1 is equal to total column start row number. Okay, I think you are getting the things. So what I will do here, total call plus plus. So oh, sorry, I have to put a condition also until it's not equal to blank. Fine. uh, until it is not until our in data sheet total column will be first time 0. Okay, because we are on 0th column. Fine, if we are considering 0th column, we will start from here and go till here till we find a blank space. It will go from here to here and we will increment. Let's run it out. How much is it showing? Okay, I have to print it out. Sorry. Total columns are plus. Okay, now run it. Okay, it's absolutely fine. We got three columns. Now we need to find how many rows are there. How many rows are there? Okay, then only I can put a row. I have the rows and columns, and after that I can start a loop, for loop. Okay, so now I have to find total number of rows of data. So I declare a variable with the name as int data start row number is equal to, and from where our data is starting, mm, we declared a variable test start. Yes, it will be test start roll number plus 2. Okay, so if the test is starting say from 7, it will start from 9. Okay, getting the things? Be with me. So what we will do, we will count the cell till we find a blank space. Okay, so the same while loop we have to write it out. Let's start. While dot get cell data column is currently 0. Okay, and we have to start from here. Okay, not equal space blank, and put a not sign here. Let's declare a variable int total rows is equal to 0. Okay, so total rows plus it's 0. Let's print out total number of rows plus total rows. Let's run it. Why it is showing me? Just a second. I think I have done some problem. I'm making some changes. I am making this column name as this variable name as data start row number. Okay, yeah, I'm getting some error. Okay, so and it will be test. Okay, total columns are 0. Fine, and here XLS file data we need to go to 0 0 data start row number not equals to. Okay, then we can total number of rows we can count. We can even also count our data start rows. How many? Okay, now let me run it. See, it gave me 2. Perfect, perfect. We were having 2 columns there. Now if I put it for
say any test B also, A also, everywhere it will work fine for me. Okay, see if there were two. Fine, getting the things. So any issues you can let me know. So this is data start row from where our data is starting. It's starting plus 2. Okay, one is our that column information. It see our data start from test start plus 2, 1 2. Okay, so it starts from here. Fine.
Now we need to read the data because we will be supplying the data. Fine. Now we need to read the data and we will be using the for loop. For I need to know the row number from which I have to start with the iteration. Okay, let's see. So it will be our this data start row number. Here I incremented, so I have to again initialize it. Fine. So it will be plus 2. Got it? If this is our test, then it will be plus 2. So we have to start from here. Okay, get it? Fine. Semicolon, row number less than this plus this. Okay, we will have int final rows data start row number plus how many rows were there? Two were there. Okay, plus two. Okay, so it will be less than final. Okay, getting nothing. So now it was 2, total was 2. It was some around say here 9. So it will be 9, 1 and 2. Okay, getting the things. And we can put the semicolon and we can increment the row number. Now this for loop will have another for loop. It will be for columns. We have to go row and column. Okay. Sorry, it will be R double. Sorry. So it will be for column number int c c num is equal to 0, c num less than our what? Our total columns. Okay, it was 3 and c num plus plus. Okay, now let's get started. So we will start with row. We will be on first row. We will traverse all columns. After that, we will come to second row. We will traverse all columns. 2D array. Remember 2D array. We have to go to row, traverse all columns. Next row, traverse all the columns. Okay. See, this is not easy to just go through it. You need to code yourself. Now I am storing data in a string. String data is equal to xls dot get cell data. Our sheet is data, column number is cnum, okay, row number is rnum, fine, and now data will, now what I do, so Okay, I give some space plus our, say I print on the same line all data. What I do, I go here and print data. Okay, I don't put println. First row I want on first row only, and here I do next line. It will take me to next line. Okay, let's run it out. See, y dummy 1 dummy 2 and dummy 3 dummy 4. Here you can see y. Okay, getting the things what I have done. Okay, doesn't it look nice? Let's, okay, and at the end you can print one more. Now let's see, if we execute it for some other sheet, like I want to execute it for login test. Let's see whether this logic work or not. Save it. Let's run it. See, yes, yes, no, yes. Mozilla Chrome Edge U1, U2, U3, P1, P2, P3, logic failure. See, this is how I got the data from. Now I can use this data, okay, in our hybrid framework. Okay, see, you have to code yourself. You have to go through it. It looks very difficult. If you when you start coding it, it will be very easy. Clear till now? Now we have to put this data in our 2D array. See, as our logic speak, in data provider, data has to be in our 2D array. Okay, 2D object. So now, as we have already seen, we will have only one column. Okay, and we will have a hash table in every row, and that hash table will be like a bag, and it will have key value pair, and we will have all the values in it. Let's work on it. See, now for every row we need a hash table. Okay, so let me declare this hash table here. Hash table string string table. I am keeping its value as null. Okay, now for every row we need a hash table. So here we are initializing the row, you can see. So what I do, I initialize hash table here. Table is equal to new hash table. Fine. String comma, getting the things. So now every row will have a hash table. Now in this for loop you can put the data in hash table. All right, getting things. Now we can get the key. What the keys are? Keys are these: run mode, column num, column 2. Okay, these are the key. Let's extract these keys. So what I am doing, I am creating here string key is equal to xls got get cell data. Okay, it will be cnum, column is fine. What will be the row number? Row number will be column start, from where our column is starting. So it will be column start row num. Getting the things? Because we need to be here. Column start is here, but we need to be from here. Okay, that's why +1. I have explained everything. Go through it and practice yourself. Okay, this will be going to be our key. So now what I can do, I can print the key as well as its value. So let's make it as key and data. Okay, let's place more space. It depend on you how intelligently you do these things. Fine, key is small there.
Let's run it out. See how good it looks. Correct? We have a run mode by browser, Mozilla, username here, U1, password P1. So we have a key and its value. Here you can see run mode key, its value, browser, its value, username. So this one row is having a complete hash table. Okay, this row is having second hash table. This row is having third hash table. Now what we can do? We can put these in a hash table. How? Table dot put. This is our key. Fine. Oh, what is this compute? Use put. Key is already there and data is there. Save. Okay. So we have a table now with key and value. One more thing about make more readable. Now let me run it. Okay. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Just leave it. You got it. I put in the table key and data. Got it. What I do, say if I comment it out, okay, and I will take it. Fine. Go here and we print SYSO table. If I print out this table and let's run it, see, what the thing, how lovely it is showing the things. Okay, it printed the complete hash table. Okay, so now I need to put this hash table in my 2D array. Okay, so what I will do, I will go here and I will create a object array. Object my data is equal to new object. See, column will always be 1. Okay, remember why? And number of rows will be here, total number of rows we are having. Got it? Fine. It's a two-dimensional object array. Okay, now let's take a variable int I is equal to 0. Okay, and what we do, go here. Here we were printing our table. We can put this table in our 2D array. How? I will show you. Our array name was my data. Okay, it's I is the row, column will always be 0. Okay, and here I can put table. Okay, getting the things. So what we did, we read the data from the table, we put that data into the hash table here, okay, in key value pair, and after that I put that data in a 2D array here. Okay, one more thing you need to do, I plus plus. Okay, it's very simple. You have to try it out yourself. Now this 2D array we can use in our test case. Okay, so let's see in our next session how we can solve our issues here also. This is Abhinav Johari from QA Guides. Thank you. You can contact us for any software testing related things.